You are watching Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going to talk very briefly about Denver Comic Con 2017, or rather Friday of Denver Comic Con 2017. The footage behind me, or rather footage that's playing while I'm talking, is from Thumper for the Nintendo Switch. That is a, quote, rhythm violence game. And thankfully, there wasn't a lot of violence at Denver Comic Con 2017 this year, or rather, on that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The convention took place on June 30th to July 2nd, 2017. This is the 6th year that we have covered the event. We have a few videos up from it already, and we have over 1,000 plus photos available. If you go to dmgice.com/focus/DCC, or just go to dmgice.com and click on the focus feature button for Denver Comic Con, or type in dmgice.com/focus/ and that will take you to pretty much the little index page for our focus features. We will have some in the future for NDK and other conventions that we cover here at DMG Ice and Area DMG and Radio DMG and all that good stuff. But back to Denver Comic Con 2017. We're going to just go ahead and cover Friday today, and then other videos will cover Saturday and Sunday. And then just kind of a wrap up of what we thought of the entirety of the convention. Now, Friday was okay. The lines weren't bad. They did have part of the convention center cornered off, I guess, or like kind of. Here's the thing: there was a hydroelectric convention from Monday to Friday of that week, and due to some type of contract thing, they couldn't get the main section of the Colorado Convention Center, which has that big blue bear staring into the window. That little section there is fantastic for crowds and fantastic for cosplayers and just people. I took so many photos in that area last year and the year before, but it was closed off this year because there was a hydroelectric convention from Monday through Friday. Now, they probably could have opened it on Saturday and Sunday, but they did not. One thing I thought was interesting, though, is on Friday, the main section of the convention center that would be used by the hydroelectric thing, they only had panels there. They actually had the main section of the area from Tuesday to Thursday as part of their exhibition. But there were still sections cornered off of the main area. The main events area of the convention on the top floor, where the Artist Valley, Merchant Mesa, and Celebrity Summit are. Now, they actually had about maybe 30% of that cornered off. 30 to 40% of that was just you couldn't access it. And because of this, they had to route traffic through different other spots of the convention center. Parking was a pain on Friday, mainly because a lot of places were closed off to the public there because of the convention and event parking. There was a place trying to charge for event parking up to $50. We were like, nope, and we parked in a different place where the most expensive parking was about $14, I think, on Friday, and then I think it was like $6 or $7 Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, I ended up parking about several blocks away and walking. We actually had some interesting weather. It was cloudy outside, but it was about 90, and that was a little rough, but it's okay. Because of the whole thing with Phoenix Comic Con this year, there was, quote, enhanced, end quote, security measures added to Denver Comic Con. So they did bag checks, which the people they had doing the bag check would, you put your bag on a little table, They pat the sides of it, and then they look in the top, and then, like, that's that. Then they just wave you on. It seemed... Well, I've been to conventions where there was heightened security, and sometimes the heightened security would be like metal detectors at the door, which would be impractical for Denver Comic Con. But other times they would have wands, like little handheld wands that cost anywhere from $20 for a decent little one to about $150 for a good one. Garrett is the company that makes the good ones. And they would do that, right? Or at least you'd see people at like, I go sometimes to movie premieres, and they will check your bag because they're checking for cameras and stuff. What they do is when they look through the top of your bag, they'll look at the bag and go, okay, there's pockets on the side here and there. They'll look at the pockets, and then they'll shine a flashlight into the pockets or into your bag. And at no point did anybody do that with my bag, which, hey, if you're going to have a little couple extra seconds for security, please be a little more thorough. We didn't do anything, but seriously, I felt like it seemed lackluster, but maybe it's a volunteer thing or a security thing with the convention center, and just something that it's just a little small thing that can be worked on for future events, and that's fine. One thing I didn't see actually last year and the year before, they had people at the doors with the little handheld clickers, the little E4s that they sell, the handheld counters. I didn't see those this year. This year they were supposed to have record-breaking attendance at 120,000 people. That's like a combined total for all 3 days. And, interesting. Actually, Friday seemed a little smaller than it did the previous year, but I think that is because it was technically physically smaller this year due to the cornered off areas and all that. They actually took away like the video game area and the board game area, and they stuck those inside Merchant Mesa. And because of that, there was a little bit of, I guess you could say, congestion in parts of the convention. Panels were okay. If you showed up early, you could get really good seats. If you showed up late, you could still get pretty good seats. Everyone who wanted to get into the panels did. And I feel like that's a good accomplishment. I feel that like the guests this year, like the big ones were Nathan Fillion and Weird Al, as well as people like Felicia Day or Chris Sabat. Most of the cast of Stranger Things, Catherine Tate, Billy Piper, and then like the Weasley twins from Harry Potter and such. I felt that the guests were pretty good. Nothing on the caliber of a Stan Lee though, but you know what? It's been kind of an off year. A lot of unexpected things. In fact, I think this year their big person was supposed to be Carrie Fisher, and unfortunate. But next year will be definitely, I think it'll be a bit up. Maybe they can get, what I'd really like to see if they could do is get somebody like Idris Elba. That would be amazing. I mean, seriously amazing. But we'll see what they do. Overall, I felt the Friday was like any Friday at a convention, slower than Saturday, of course, and a little bit busier than Sundays usually are. There was no trouble with lines, no trouble getting into panels. There was a little bit of confusion of where to go and where some stuff was at first, but the volunteer that we asked knew where everything was, so that was cool. Overall, not too bad. Pretty busy, seemed fairly well run, and we don't really have any major complaints or anything from that. Worked out pretty well. But that's my wrap up for Friday. We will be doing more of these videos for Saturday and Sunday, and then a general review of the rest of the convention. But for now, we're going to go ahead and sign out of this one. Mainly so I can get some sleep and so I can record some more footage to put in the background of these videos. Anyhow, let me know what you thought of Denver Comic Con if you attended this year. If you didn't and want to attend next year, let me know what type of stuff you'd love to see there. What is your dream guest for a Denver Comic-Con or for a Comic-Con in general? Hit those comments, hit that thumbs up if you haven't already, hit that share button if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Oh, and if you hit the subscribe button, make sure that you ring that little bell. Whoop, that just fell that. Bells are not to be used for comedic purposes. Anyways, ring that little bell. And then you'll be told whenever we have a brand new video. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up.